We are planting some nice potatoes today, and no, I do not know how to juggle, but I tried. So we are not planting the typical boring potato that you can get at any store that's just, stale, starchy, doesn't taste that great. They make french fries out of it. We are going to plant purple potatoes, which I think is one of the cool things of having a garden, is you can plant stuff that is hard to find at a store. So it's fun to experiment, it's fun to plant something a little bit different. So I am going to show you how to plant purple potatoes, and then I'm going to show you how to build a special bed for your potatoes, because as your potatoes grow, you need to keep adding soil, mulch, compost, and your harvest is going to be in that large raised area. So basically by the end of the season, your entire potato bed is probably going to be about 4 feet tall. So you have to build a cage to contain all of your potatoes. So we are not planting the normal type of potato, the normal variety. We are going to plant purple potatoes. Here's what I've already done. So I bought a 3-pound bag of seed potatoes from a local garden store. The next step I did is, for about 2 weeks, I kept these potatoes in the sun. That's very important. Some people skip this step, and then you don't have a great harvest for your potatoes. The reason you need to put them in the sun is so they grow their eyes. So these eyes are going to turn into your future potatoes. The next step I did after about a week and a half is I sectioned off the potatoes into the starter potatoes. The important thing is, for the potato starters, that each starter has at least one eye on it. If it doesn't have an eye on it, you can still plant it. You might as well. You have it, but you want to have eyes on every single potato. So this is why some of my sections aren't cut exactly the same as others, because you have to cut according to where the eyes are. Then you need to let the starter sit for another 2 days, and on the sections you cut, they will grow a hard covering. That's really important as well. Some people will just cut the potatoes and plant them, but if you wait another day or two, you will get a thin layer of cells forming, and that is extra protection for your seed potato. So we're going to go to the garden, we're going to dig a couple long trenches, and we're going to plant our seed potatoes. I am about to plant my sets of potatoes. I have an 8-foot bed by about 30 inches. I am going to dig 3 trenches. They're about 6 inches wide, 6 inches deep. Then I am going to cover up the starter potatoes. I am going to try my best to have the cut side face down. Then I'm going to cover up my potato eyes with a few inches of soil. In a few days, I'm going to come back and build my cage for my potatoes. But you don't really need to start mounting up your potatoes until the plants emerge and they get about 8 inches tall. So again, you always want to be adding new soil, mulch, compost, and the potatoes are going to form in that new layer. So at the end of the season, you wait until your leaves turn yellow, wait about another week and a half, and then you can harvest your potatoes. You want to wait another week and a half after they turn yellow so that your potatoes have a chance to harden up. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these in 3 different trenches, and in a few days I'm going to come back and build my potato cage. It has been close to 2 weeks since I planted my purple potato starters here that I started a few weeks before that, actually, so that the eyes could grow. Most of the potatoes are about a foot high, so I've given them time to grow. There's some that still need to catch up, but this is what I'm going to do now. Is I am going to build an raised box, and then I'm going to cover that with netting. The netting is, I think, an inch by an inch for the hole size, so it's large enough that light is still going to get through, but small enough that it's going to hold in my loose soil that I am going to add to my potatoes over the year. So the thing with potatoes is that I can leave them like this, but if I leave them like this, I'm only going to get a few potatoes that are below the ground, because a potato is a tuber. It grows underneath the soil. So the point of the raised box, which will be about 4 feet high, is that I'm going to keep on adding loose soil, straw, some animal bedding, so that the plant is always just above the soil, and that's where my potatoes are going to be. So hopefully by the end of the season, when I take this apart, I'm going to have potatoes that are 4 feet off the original ground. But first I gotta build it, and then I gotta find some soil to add to my taters. I got my tater box raised up with the netting. It's about 4 feet tall. The next step I need to do is I'm going to mound up around my potato plants. The key is you want to only have a few leaves that are exposed, so I'm going to have to cover up some leaves, but what's going to happen is from my old soil to the new soil is where I'm going to have more potatoes. So I'm going to constantly be adding soil and straw to this and leaves, and hopefully by the fall I will have a nice harvest. So let's mound these up, and then I will be done with the taters for now. I got the taters mounded up, so I just want to thank everybody for joining us. I still got a lot to plant in this garden, especially tomatoes and pumpkins. I need to plant some more peppers, some hot peppers. The girls don't like hot peppers, but I do. What else do I need to plant? Sunflowers soon, peas and beans, so we still got a lot to plant. It's early in the season. It's not even the middle of May yet. So I'm off to a great start. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube. And we appreciate you.